Hello, please tell us your name.
Marie-France Forcier.
And what are you doing here today?
Today we are running the pieces for All New Borrowed Blue under the lights for the first time.
And tell us about your piece, your borrowed piece.
Your borrowed piece.
Our borrowed piece.
My piece is a version of Stravinsky's Rite of Spring. The piece of it, the music piece is by Stravinsky, and the choreographic version is a version that I came up with students, undergraduate dance students at the University of Calgary in 2021 during the pandemic for main stage dance. So we've refined it last year by remounting the work. Well, the Rite of Spring was first presented as Nijinsky choreography for Ballet Russe in Paris in 1913, and it caused a riot in its audience because it was provocative for the time. And it's been remounted and varied several times over the last century and a bit by choreographers worldwide, and I was always curious to know whether I could come up with my own version, but it requires a large cast because it's an orchestra. And during the pandemic, I was really bored, and I thought that since there was not going to be an audience to watch the piece that I was going to come up with because of COVID restrictions, that it was a good time to try to make one, because it's difficult. The score is very difficult, it's dissonant, and I don't usually work in that modality. I usually work with the body more than music. So I tried, and it worked.
Yeah, it really did. I love it. It's such a wild piece of music, and your interpretation it's so excellent. I love it. Can you talk a little bit about like how you got to like what that music just did to your brain? What did you see?
At first, not good things. I remember once in January 2021 when you first started working on it. It's a half-hour score, a little bit more, and it is just really, really hard to count. So you need to know it by heart in order to work with it. And one day I had a migraine, so I couldn't work with the students, and we decided to just lay down and listen to it to get accustomed to the score. And it did nothing good for my migraine. So I remember thinking, I'm not gonna do this. But then I kept pushing and thinking, I'll just do it one bit at a time, and then I'll present whatever I have. And then eventually it ended up kind of permeating my body. And now I know it forwards and back, and it's I've never danced it. I've just imagined it on people, right? And it's like it's in my head. It's constant. It's always in my head. Sometimes I can't sleep at night, and it's not always pleasant because it can be an aggressive score, so it plays in loops, but it just has so many layers, and yeah, it's a crazy score.
Yeah, it's such a journey. So thank you for setting it on us with your 4 guests who were in the original cast, right?
Yeah. Except for Marion, she comes from PGP, so she learned it with you guys. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, big cast, big dance, big music. It's an adventure. Come check it out.
Thank you.